on my mind. Last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. She's the kind of girl who's not too shy, and I can tell I'm her kind of guy. Well, she danced close to me and she told me she would. Oh yeah. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. We only talk for a minute or two, but we stuck close together the whole night through. Can't this be falling in love? Well, she's everything I've been dreaming of. Well, I walked her home, I held her hand, and I couldn't be just a one-night stand. So I asked to see her next weekend. She told me I could. I asked to see her and she told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something, 'cause something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me, oh yeah. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something good. Hey, how you doing there, guitar heroes? Hey, how about the Hermits? 1964. I'm into something good. Written by Carole King and I think her husband, Jeffrey Goffin. You know, I guess they were songwriters in the 60s before, Carole went out and got real famous in the late 60s. Hermits had a song called Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter, and I think that's the one that we heard constantly when I was kind of in the high school era. So thinking 64, so probably wasn't much in high school, but that song got played a lot, maybe a little too much. Mrs. Brown, You Got a Lovely Daughter. Hermits. Well, this is I like this song. It was really one of their big hits as well. It's got a little bit of speed to it, and it's fairly simple. We don't have bar chords. We've got the common chords that you're thinking about. D, G. We got a D7. We got a C. We got an A. We got the capo on what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tuned down 1, so it's roughly 3. Capo at 3 in standard tuning. It's just for singing. It was too high for me to sing at the high level, so I had to come down, the full octave, and then start coming up with the capo. And maybe I could have gone up a little bit further, but once you get up too high, then it starts getting a little bit hard to play, and you bump into the capo, and the frets get kind of narrow to work on. So I'll just take this off to make it simple here. Okay, so we start out with a regular verse here. I think we've got like a little bridge, because there's really no chorus that gets repeated, other than the last line sounds like it's a chorus, but doesn't really appear like a regular chorus. So we start with the first verse. We got a D, woke up this G morning, D, feeling fine, G. D, there's something G special, D, on my D7 mind. G, last night I met a new G girl in the C neighbor D hood. Oh yeah. A, something tells me G, I'm into something D good. And then there's, I don't know, this is probably somebody else singing is what my guess is. And it goes right into something tells me I'm into something. But I don't think that that's the lead singer. I think somebody else sings that. I know it's really tough for me because they kind of go together to some extent. So when I want to say the word good, it's already starting with something tells me I'm into something good. Okay, then we got another verse, and let's see, same thing. D, she's the kind of G girl who's D, not too shy. D, I can tell, G, that I'm D, her kind of guy. D7. G, well, she, C, dance close to G, me like I see, hope that she would. And then somebody else is doing dance close to me like I hope that she would. And then A, I'm and Something tells me G. I'm into something D good. And now we come up to this bridge, and you start with an A7. So remember, we just pick up the center finger here. We don't have the 3 down, just pick up the center. A7, we talk for a minute or two. We only talk for a minute or two, but D, we stuck close to G together like D the whole night through. Back to A7. Can this be falling in love? Well, E7. She's everything I've been. And then an E minor 7. And all I'm doing, I'm just going to pick up this finger and play that E minor 7. Because it goes real fast and I go right back to A7. And then at the end of the line, there's a kind of a quick G, A7. And they might be more than, whoops, A7 might be more than one strum. Let's try this here once to see how it goes. Can this be falling in love? Well, I'm E7. Everything that well, she's everything I've been E7 minor dreaming of. See, so that goes so fast. Otherwise, you know, typically E minor 7 is going to be pinky down here. But I don't think you really have to do that. A lot of times I'm kind of using, I call it the lazy man's thing. I'm just going to pick up, it's an E minor, and then just pick up this string. You're picking up the D string, taking your finger up. So it's just one string you're holding down. But it's so fast you don't hear it, because just this by itself you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure that sounds good. Well, it's a 7th to start out with, which, you know, keep in mind, 7ths. But it's a minor 7th, and I think that's what's different. So that's the way I do it. And so that's the bridge, and then we go back into what would be a third verse. When I walked G, I walked her home G, she D, held my hand. So this is this D, G, D, G, D7 at the end. So same things. So I asked her to see her next week, and she told me I could. So G, C, G, C. And then we kind of have an ending, and we go back to the A, which is the last line of some of these other ones, right? So it's the last line of the verses. Something tells me A, G, I'm into something D good. And then there's this other thing that kind of keeps going. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. So you don't really, if you do that part, you really can't land on good. You just have to go right by it. And I think somebody else is singing it. But so you know, it's in here as like a second part for vocals. But I try to put it in there sometimes when it makes sense. So we do that 3 times, and then at the end, something good, oh yeah, something A, good, oh G, some D, something tells me G, D, something tells me G, I'm into something good. And we're back to the D, and that's kind of how it ends. So let's talk about pace here. Oh my mind, last night I met a girl in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, something tells me I'm into something good. We only talk for a minute or two, but we're so close together the whole night through. Can this be falling in love? Okay, so. So there's your pace. Now when you start out, you know, it's the same old thing, is if you can't move that fast with the chords, then just start a little slower. Woke up this morning feeling fine. There's something special on my mind. So you start out that slow till you get it, so you can form your chords properly, and make sure that we get nice clean sounding chords, and then then speed up over time, right? You don't learn a song in 5 minutes or 10 minutes or even a week sometimes. I mean, even when I find a new song, I might have to work on it for a week or two before I get it, and I have to probably play it 10 or 20 times. And so if you're already, and then if you're not up to that that level where you still are struggling a little bit with forming chords and speed, well, then it's just going to take longer. But the whole point of it is once you're able to move D, C, G without looking every single time, and with a little bit of speed, then all of a sudden, now boom, I can play a whole bunch of songs, where before I can't play any. And then you just jump to, like, boom, the door opens, and there's 100 songs that you can play now. Okay, well, so, there you go. I'm into something good. Herman's Hermits, 1964, about the time that the Beatles were getting popular. Lots of British acts. And just, if you didn't know, that Herman's Hermits is a British act. Let's see, what was the guy's name? Peter, sort of N. I can't think of what his name is. It was the singer, and another Beatle looking. I mean, it looked almost like Mick Jagger, but all those guys looked the same. In that time frame, right? That's when the long hair and that stuff was starting the rebellion against the elders. Okay, so there you go. Hope you got something out of this lesson. Take it easy and keep on the strum.
Something tells me I'm in the